and welcome to ILTV's Evening Update. I'm Aaron Porras here with the latest news from Israel. Last night, the parking lot of a Chabad house located in Las Vegas, Nevada, burst into flames. Authorities opened an investigation after several parked cars were torched and set on fire. Suspected arsonists had apparently attempted to set the restrooms on fire at the Chabad Jewish Center earlier that night, but were unsuccessful. Luckily, no one was hurt in either incident. Jewish community leaders deemed this act as a full-on hate crime, and the center has been closed off as a crime scene while police are investigating the suspected arson attack. Foreign ministry workers are now threatening to go on strike during President Trump's visit to Israel later this month. In a memo sent to all ministry employees serving in Israel and abroad, union head and Israeli ambassador to South Sudan Hanan Godel told diplomats to not participate in any preparations for Trump's visit. Over the past couple of years, the finance ministry has been engaged in a disagreement with the foreign ministry over the low pay of Israel's diplomatic corps. The foreign ministry claims that the finance ministry is not honoring past agreements or approving of necessary budget requirements for Israel's diplomatic missions. It's unclear what effect the strike will have on Trump's upcoming visit, but according to Godel, diplomatic workers will be prohibited from processing paperwork, attending planning meetings, placing orders with vendors, or any other activities related to the high-level visit. Additionally, Godel has instructed workers to also refuse to attend meetings concerning plans to bring Portuguese and Chinese construction workers to Israel. 2 months ago, the finance ministry reached a formal agreement with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that would raise the salaries of diplomats in accordance with the cost of living in the countries where diplomats are serving. Trump is expected to visit Israel on May 22nd, though no date has been formally settled. Former Nazareth District Court President Judge Yitzhak Cohen has just been convicted of sexual harassment after his plea bargain to not be convicted was rejected by a Rishon LeZion Magistrates Court. Cohen has been sentenced to community service and received a 2,500 shekel fine. Judge Einat Ron, in her verdict, wrote that due to Cohen's high position in the court, as well as the fact that he's supposed to serve as an example, a more moral and ethical conduct is expected of him. Cohen retired in 2014 after an investigation was opened against him for sexual harassment and tax fraud. He decided to resign out of consideration for the benefit of the district as his investigation continued. The National Fraud Unit gathered testimonies from 5 women, all having separate incidents of alleged sexual harassment that fell beyond the statute of limitations. Former Justice Minister Tzipi Livni and former Supreme Court President Asher Grunis decided to cancel Cohen's candidacy for Supreme Court due to the scandal. During the investigation, it was also revealed that there were many other judges that were aware of Cohen's alleged harassment, but decided not to report him because his alleged victims did not want to damage their positions at work. Earlier this afternoon, Jerusalem Mayor Nir Barkat took to Facebook to condemn this morning's price tag attack against the city's Arab residents. In a message written in Arabic, Barkat stated that, quote, he strongly condemned the acts of vandalism that occurred last night in the Shuafat neighborhood, adding that, as a mayor of Jerusalem, I strongly oppose any acts of violence committed against residents of the city from all sectors and all religions. I am fully confident that the police will make every effort to apprehend the perpetrators and prevent bad incidents of this nature, end quote. This morning, Arab residents of East Jerusalem and the Galilee woke to find dozens of their vehicles vandalized with graffiti and slashed tires. The graffiti has been linked to Elkanah Feiker, a resident of the settlement of Yitzchar and the leader of the young, hardline, right-wing Jewish extremist group called the Hilltop Youth. According to the police, cars were also spray-painted with the words Feiker the King and Administrative Price Tag. Many protests have been held in order to keep Feiker away from the West Bank for several months. The term price tag is a right-wing slogan used to describe racially motivated attacks against Arabs in Israel and the West Bank. Defense Minister Avigdor Lieberman said on Monday that he opposes an agreement between Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and ultra-Orthodox parties, which state that Interior Minister Aryeh Deri from the religious Shas party would have all the power regarding business operations on Shabbat rather than the local municipalities. Lieberman's statements come right after an April ruling of the High Court of Justice stating that the Tel Aviv municipality must approve the operation of 164 businesses in the city on Shabbat, based on the terms according to the city's bylaws. Lieberman says, quote, we live in a status quo that has crystallized over many years, and there is no reason for the national government to enter the shoes of the local government. The local government knows how to manage its business, end quote. He continued to say that this matter should remain under the authorities of each local municipality because a move like this, particularly among the Tel Aviv secular population, can cause extreme problems, as many fear that it will compromise the concept of separation of church and state. That's all for now. Stay tuned on ILTV.tv for our main daily broadcast playing after this. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you next time with our morning briefing from Israel at 8 a.m. Eastern Time.